Hello people, I wanted to make this video, man, because I wanted to clear up the air about both of these sets of headphones that everybody are talking about on the web. The Bose qc35s and the Sony MDR1000Xs. And the reason why I want to make this video, because every time you see a video, it seems everything is like so Sony biased, you know what I mean? And that's natural because, you know, like Bose has been in the active noise canceling game for, like, you know, they pretty much pioneered it. And usually when somebody's at the top, you know what I mean, people after a while want to see the person at the top or whatever at the top get dethroned, you know what I mean? Pretty much rooting for the underdog. And in this case, Sony was the underdog, and the MDR1000X was the answer to the qc35, you know what I mean, as far as who's going to be the king as far as active noise canceling and sound quality. Well, here's my opinion on that, man. You know what I mean, I own both of these headphones, man, and do the Sony MDR1000Xs sound better than the Bose? I'm gonna say yes and no. They sound better than the Bose in certain aspects, but I would say they're not a overall, you know what I mean, better sounding headphone, because there's definitely errors in the Bose qc35s where the qc35s actually sound better than the Sonys, you know what I mean? And I just want to clear the air up with that, just in case somebody's going out there and you're looking to purchase the qc35s, and, you know, like, oh man, you know, just do I want to save the extra $50 and get the Sonys? Or, you know, I would say if you got the 350, man, and you want to get the Bose, get them, man. And I'm gonna tell you why, man, because, like, let's just compare as far as, like, you know, what I like about the sound of both these headphones. The Sonys sound more natural sounding. You know what I mean? The bass is really good. The bass is really accurate. It's not powerful, but it's very accurate. And I like that a lot about the Sonys. It's very clean sounding without being overpowering. And the Bose bass is a little bit colored. But overall, I think the Bose have better mids and better highs. You can definitely... I think, like, your mids and highs sound a little bit more high res on the Bose than they do the Sonys. The Sonys are just really, really good at revealing all the fine details that you might not have had heard in the audio track. That's one thing that the Sonys are really good at. So when they say that the Sonys are high res, they're definitely high res. You know what I mean? They can definitely reveal a lot of, like I said, audio detail, audio information that, you know, you just aren't able to pick up with a lot of other headphones out there. You know what I mean? But are they the best, man? No. I don't think that these trump the qc35s. I think they're slightly better than the qc35s in sound quality, but I don't think they trump them. You know what I mean? Because there's times where I switch back and forth between the same audio track, between both of these headphones, and there's times I'm really blown away by how the Bose sounds compared to the Sonys. You know what I mean? And like I said, there's times where the Bose can sound a bit rough on certain genres of music, and the Sony sound better. So it's like, it's a toss-up, you know what I mean? Like, they're both good sounding headphones, man. So don't let people out here like say, oh man, the qc35 is dethroned and it has lackluster sound quality compared to the Sony, because that's just not true, man. People, like, the Bose is a great sounding headphone, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it ain't like a headphone like when you put the Sony on and immediately you're like, man, the Sony just blows out the water. It's not like that, people, you know what I mean? It's just like the Sony just has a little bit, you know, the Sony is a little bit better in certain areas than the Bose, you know what I mean? And the Bose is better than the Sonys in certain areas, you know what I mean? So, like I said, if you looking to purchase the qc35s, man, I say go for it, man. It's a great sounding headphone. You will not be disappointed with it. It is not a bad sounding headphone, you know what I mean? And the noise canceling, you know what I mean, the noise canceling when they first got out the box was really good, man. I don't know, I did some updates with it from Bose, and it's like it kind of tamed the active noise cancel a little bit, where the noise canceling is not as strong. Like when you first opened the qc35s out the box, you didn't even have to turn music on, and it felt like you were claustrophobic. But now it doesn't have that that effect after the update, the couple of firmware updates I've done on it. You know what I mean? So right now, say active noise canceling, they're about on par with each other. You know what I mean? Like The only thing that stands out with the Sony, of course, because it's got the extra active noise canceling features as far as the ambient noise and the ability to turn the active noise canceling on and off. But I'm telling you people, man, from, you know, and I got other audiophile headphones that I have, man. I got Shure SE series multi-balance armature earbuds. I got biodynamic headphones. I've had the Blue Mo-Fi's, you know what I mean? Like, I listen to a lot of high-end headphones. That's all I buy, you know what I mean? I'm trying to tell you from my perspective, man, as a, you know what I mean, my honest perspective, unbiased, the Sonys don't blow the water out the door in QC35. They're just a little bit better as far as like the imaging, you know what I mean? And they're a little bit more natural sounding than the QC35s. The QC35s I would think have a lot better vocals, and as far as the mid-range, and they have crisper highs than the Sonys. The Sonys highs are a little bit like they're tamed, you know what I mean? They're tamed. They don't got that they don't got like that roll off, you know what I mean, to them, stuff like that. But the Sonys have really good bass. I mean, really nice clean bass. It's just not powerful, but however the producer wanted the bass to sound, the Sonys is able to produce that bass. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, I'm gonna leave this video off by saying, don't feel like you gotta go get the Sony MDRs if you got the QC35s. You know what I mean? If you want to get the if you want to get the 1000Xs, you know what I mean, you can afford them, get them. You know what I mean? These are both good headphones. They both sound good. You know what I mean? I think that you'd be wasting your money if you buy either or of these. You know what I mean? Like, I bought the Sonys, you know, because I had the QC35s first, and you know what I mean, I wanted to see what all the hype was about. You know what I mean? And yes, it was a nice sounding headphone, but the Sony is not a very fun headphone, I think. You know what I mean? It's not a fun headphone to me. You know what I mean? It's a more of a critical listening type headphone. It's not very fun. I think the Bose honestly is a little bit more fun to listen to. You know what I mean? And if you want to mix audio tracks and stuff like that, the Sonys is where it's at. You know what I mean? Just because it has that ability to show you those different layers of audio tracks. You know what I mean? But other than that, man, like I said, they don't blow the Sonys out the water, people. I mean, sorry. They don't blow the QC35s out the water. You know what I mean? So, if you like the QC35s, man, just get them, man. Trust me. You know what I mean? I'm not being biased. You can see I own both of these. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't sponsored by Sony. I ain't sponsored by Bose. You know what I mean? I told you, I own a lot of other high-end headphones. You know what I mean? I'm just giving you my honest opinion, man.